Greetings, NBA fans. Welcome to 2K Sports. I'm your host, Ernie Johnson, and seated beside me, Kenny the Jet Smith and the Diesel, Shaquille O'Neal. Tonight, we'll see the Toronto Raptors playing against the Miami Heat. Looking at Miami, these guys are playing good basketball with 7 wins in their last 10 games, and they like their chances tonight. Well, the Raptors have a good collection of scores that can create their own shot when they want. If you're the coach, Shaq, and the game's on the line, which Raptors getting the ball?
I'm going with DeMar DeRozan. He can create space with his athleticism and get a shot off against anybody, Ernie.
Well, I'm going with Kyle Lowry. He's shown time and time again that he has the ability to knock down shots, and big ones at that, in tough situations.
I'll take either one. That's for sure. Almost game time. We'll see you later.
Let's make a starting lineup visiting Toronto Raptors. At power forward, Luis Silva. At the other forward position, Damari Carroll. At center, Jonas Valanciunas. At shooting guard, DeMar DeRozan. At the other guard position, Kyle Lowry. The head coach of the visiting team is Dwayne Casey. The point guard position at 6'3", number 7, Goran Dragic. At center, 7 feet, number 21, Hassan Whiteside. Number 1, Chris Paul. Number 24, Adrian Thomas. Eric Spoelstra is your coach.
It's Eastern Conference time for the traveling Toronto Raptors today. They're just off a road trip, and the Heat are looking to settle back in here at home. And, of course, Mario Chalmers. Without his presence, they'll have to overcome the hole there.
Kevin, I thought he was really an important player for them, undervalued and not given the credit he deserved. That's not to say the trade was a mistake, but I think they'll miss him more than you might expect.
You know, chemistry-wise, I agree with you, Clark, because he was a glue guy. You know, he's a guy that kind of held things together for them in a few areas, and so not having him around might take some getting used to.
Now a chance, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. The starting 5 on the floor. Setting the floor for the Raptors. Lowry and DeRozan are the guard tandem. Jonas Valanciunas is out there with Scope, and it's Carroll in at the free spot.
And really the defense fouling there to prevent the layup, but that's exactly what you need to do.
It is. I mean, no reason to back off and give him the layup. I mean, much better off making him go to the line.
And though he's been working on his offensive skills, defense and rebounding are Valanciunas' bread and butter. That was the case with him when he was playing in Lithuania, Clark, and it's the case now.
It still sure is the case. I mean, it's hard to find a guy with his combination of size, athleticism, and fluidity. Just a tad over-aggressive at times, but I'd rather have to turn a guy down than to turn him up.
Second free throw, no good.
And watching Valanciunas rebound, it's clear he has all the tools. Great anticipation, really looks to box out. Strong vertical. Might just need to add some strength to become a perennial 10-rebound-a-game guy.
And there's the call on Kyle Lowry. That is his first foul of the game. Bosh, the screen. Wade kicks to Dragic. Bosch against Valanciunas, and the shot is good.
And for Valanciunas, he's been working on his defensive consistency. Last year, he actually increased his blocks per game while lowering his fouls per game. That's a big step forward in his development.
Here's Lowry, following the basket by Chris Bosh. Can't hit.
You know what, though? Sometimes you can be too open. I think it may have surprised him, and that's why he missed.
Valanciunas against Dragic. No one near Whiteside as he lets it go. And that's good. And it's Dragic with the assist. Last outing for Toronto, unsuccessful. It was a loss to the Hornets.
Just looking at the stat sheet, they gave far too many free throws away in that game. Maybe it was the noise in the building or something, but they really looked rattled.
Well, Greg, I don't know if it was the biggest reason for that loss, but all of those misses from the stripe clearly had an impact on that game.
Now here's Thomas. Jonas Valanciunas unable to get his shot to go. They really want to find that igniter here.
Yeah, that's right. Kevin, the offense has basically been running in place.
They got to get going. Scola, no luck.
Boy, after the first three misses, I thought they'd get one here, but they still can't connect.
Dragic kicks to Bosh. Wade against DeRozan. The drive by Wade. And he gets it to go.
And I tell you what, anytime you get those easy ones, that basket starts to get bigger.
The Raptors have gone 0-4, missing their first 4 field goals here. To the inside, and he banks in the layup.
Took a little time, but they get one to go. Maybe they're warmed up now.
Miami leading by 3. Earlier, Doris Burke spoke with head coach Dwayne Casey.
We talked about their defensive game plan, and he said, for Dwayne Wade, you've got to make him a jump shooter and not fight for his pump fakes. When you do that, it's a foul or he's going to go right by you for the dunk. Kevin, Wade known for that deadly shot fake. We'll see if they can stay disciplined.
Thanks, Doris. Now, here's Lowry, following the miss by Hassan Whiteside. Pass to DeRozan. From past the arc. 1 up, 1 down. 2 points with his first shot this game. Miami's gone 0-2 from deep here. There's the feed to Bosh. Bosh hits the pick for Wade. Back to Bosh. And it is no mistake on the slam dunk.
D-Wade with an excellent pass there.
Well, it was Miami winning their last game against Brooklyn.
It seems odd to say, given that they won that pretty easily, but really, they did not look especially strong in that game.
Yeah, and if there wasn't a scoreboard around, you would have thought it was a lot closer than it ended up being.
Perfect screen there. Set him up with a terrific look.
Yeah, I like the fact that the setup was good, the screen was solid, but you also have to look at the fact that the defender didn't do his job as well as he could have.
And it was a very public falling out between Goran Dragic and the Suns front office. That was a real tense few weeks there before ultimately he was traded.
The Heat shooting their first free throws here for the night. First one falls for him. And, of course, Dragic was traded to Miami last season, said he felt betrayed by the Suns front office, which spurred him wanting out of Phoenix and to South Florida.
Yeah, you know what? We'll never know the whole truth about that situation, but Dragic said they told him one thing with personnel and did something else.
The Raptors making a switch here. Joseph's checked in. And one of Goran Dragic's greatest traits, Greg, excelling in the open court. High-energy point guard, a lot like you, speed to burn, very smart guy, coveted by many.
He really is. And, Kevin, he transitions from defense to offense as quickly as anyone in the league, a la Tony Parker, except he's also equally adept at facilitating for others and spotting up for the three, or just taking it to the rack himself.
The wide-open look here for DeRozan. Fires, nails. DeRozan's got 5 points so far. For Miami, they've gone 50% from the field at this point, 4 of 8. Right side, Dragic. Comes out of the gate empty. He's 0 for 1.
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game.
Scola with it. He's picked up by Whiteside. And DeRozan. Here we go. And off the left side of the rim, and it swirls in for him. He has 7.
And, you know, back to Goran Dragic, many of his transition opportunities start with his aggressive defense. Very active with his hands, has the instincts to jump passing lanes. He's so tough to guard. He can fake you one way and then just spin right by you.
Now, here's Joseph. He hasn't yet put up any points in this one. Tries it from 19, and it's Wade with the rebound.
And talking about Goran Dragic, the one thing he has to be careful with is being over-aggressive on deep. Reaching for steals makes you susceptible to blow-bys and escape dribbles, and that can lead to uncontested layups and dunks for your opponent.
DeRozan's shot is good.
Wow, unconscious has he been this quarter. They're riding that hot hand.
They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Sure could, Kev. I mean, too many empty trips. They need some points.
It's Dragic with the drive. And the basket is good. Got it to go through on the contact, so a free throw coming up. A great opportunity for a three-point play. Well, a scary moment for Chris Bosh last year. He had to be shut down, Greg, as we all know, for the season after a blood clot was found in his lung.
You know, and Kevin, it really puts basketball in perspective. I mean, it happened right after the trade deadline, and obviously a huge blow to the Heat in terms of their push for the postseason. But fortunately, it looks like he's going to make a full recovery and have a huge impact this season.
Use that pick to get in close. Joseph's got his first basket of the night.
Boy, such outstanding patience and decision-making for them offensively.
Absolutely. Their ball movement has been outstanding, and they're piling up the assists.
You know, the Heat never really came back after losing Bosh. His presence on both ends of the floor is hard to replace, and they missed him a bunch.
Here's our 2K leaderboard with the list of the teams that have been on fire from beyond the arc over the past month. In fourth, the Heat.
I tell you what, when you have a month like this, the way they've been shooting it, you feel like the basket is 3 times as big as normal. I mean, it's hard to maintain this level of productivity, but we'll see if they can make it happen.
The Heat trail by 3.
And guys, I know I speak for everybody. Glad to see Chris Bosh back out on the floor. I mean, blood clots can be a very scary thing for anyone. And I think everyone is happy he's been able to make a full recovery.
Now, here's DeRozan following the miss by Hassan Whiteside. Scola, no up.
His touch has disappeared on him this quarter. He just hasn't been able to get it going.
Thomas, it's a good open look, and that's good. And it's Dragic with the assist.
There's a chance he could have a big game if they don't D him up more tightly on the perimeter.
Joseph with the ball. On the wing, DeRozan. Wade is covering. DeRozan passes to Joseph. 5 on the clock. Puts it up. Shot is off. The Heat go the other way with it. Last time they met was right here, and they came out with the win.
And it really was a difficult game for them in that previous matchup. Fortunately, they were able to just knock down their free throws down the stretch.
And, Greg, we've talked about it so many times. Free throws such a big part of the recipe for winning. I mean, that can be the difference. Nobody's guarding you. And it's just you and your routine and the rim. And they got the job done at the line.
How about 5 of 6 to start? Looks like he brought his A game.
Dragic kicks to Bosh. And he misses the go-ahead basket. The Raptors have gone 50% from the field in the first quarter, 8 of 16. Outside DeRozan. Valanciunas sets a screen for DeRozan. He dishes it to Scola. No one near him. And good, as it just snugged right down through the net. The Heat trail by 4. Dragic the pass to Bosh. Bosh is screen on DeRozan for 3. And Chris Bosh gets the 3. Bosh has got 9.
Well, I think it's been said about 1,000 times now how Coach Spoelstra started as a video coordinator with the Heat, but he's been with the organization for so long, they are starting to become synonymous.
As you said, Spoelstra has been with the Heat for so long now in his 8th season. He was handpicked by Pat Riley to lead the team, and Clark kind of molded him in his image.
And it was clear that Pat Riley believes in him and continues to believe in him. Coach Spoelstra has had very high expectations on his shoulders ever since taking over the team, and he's actually lived up to them.
How about the numbers for Thomas? Tops in scoring, first in three-point shooting, and then there's his work at the free throw line where he holds the best percentage league-wide.
And I tell you what, his scoring abilities are almost otherworldly. I mean, no one's been able to slow him down or even come close.
Catching up on the changes with Miami. Chris Anderson is checked in for Whiteside. Gerald Green comes in for Dwayne Wade. And Zudrick in for Goran Dragic. Now, here's Biyombo. DeRozan with a screen for Carroll. Biyombo in the post. He's against Anderson. And DeRozan kicks to Joseph. Patterson, the screen. Joseph dishes to Patterson. Second shot opportunity. Can't get it to go. Bosh with some nice D.
Just doing the job on the backcourt.
They sure are. I mean, they've done a terrific job carving out space under the basket and then pursuing the ball. You know, it's one thing to box out, but you've got to pursue the ball if you're going to get rebounds. And they look strong here in the early going.
Now, here's Joseph. To the left wing. And Patterson kicks to Carroll. Here's Joseph. And too long on the shot. Miami's gotten just 2 of 6 to fall from three-point range so far in the first. Outside Bosh. Here's the screen. Passes to Thomas. Got a piece of it.
He's going to play his way right onto the bench and out of the game if he continues to shoot it like he has so far in this quarter.
Kicks it to Patterson. DeRozan in the corner. Back to Patterson. A great 1-2 punch. Beautiful pass and nasty jam.
And he's been the catalyst all game long. Love how he's distributing the basketball.
No doubt about it, Greg. I mean, when the offense runs through him, it's really smooth.
Now, here's Green. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for him. Here's Thomas. That doesn't go either for Thomas.
Oh, boy, I tell you what, they don't get much uglier than the quarter he's having.
Yeah, and it's not showing any signs, Greg, of turning around here soon. I mean, his touch is basically gone AWOL.
Joseph with the ball. He's guarded by Udrih. On the wing, DeRozan. It's rebounded by Bosh. Bosh has got his third rebound on the night. Clark, they've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a little bit of cottonmouth here. Dry spell for sure.
There's 49 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Green, the pass to Bosh. And he makes it look easy, dunking it hard with one hand.
A long wind-up and a strong follow-through on that one-hand jam.
He's not going to mess that one up for sure.
I sure hope not.
Now, here's Joseph. There's the pick. Pass to Carroll. 13 feet away. And it's Miami with the rebound. 2 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Here's Udrich. Back to Thomas. Left side Bosch. And no good. Had a chance to take the lead. And out of bounds as the Heat gain possession.
And you know what? His mind's playing tricks on him right now because he's not going to live that one down easily.
Six seconds left to play here in the first. From deep, Green, and no good trying to get that one. So at the end of 1 quarter of play, still a close game. Raptors lead by 1. And we'll be back with you for the start of the second quarter when we return. And power forward Patrick Patterson, getting better every season. He said that his college career at Kentucky really helped prepare him for his life as a pro.
I think my 3 years at Kentucky, caused what I am now, as far as being a sound player, a guy who's not all about himself, who puts his team first and who works hard and who doesn't talk back, who doesn't do the negative things. He's a team player, he's a team guy, and he works hard.
Patterson Clark, exactly the guy he says he is, and that's why he's one of those glue guys you've got to have on your team.
Yep, Velcro value utility, I call him, the kind of guy who his teammates just love. I mean, they know he's always going to have their back, and he's always going to work hard. He's going to do what he's supposed to do, and be where he's supposed to be, and do it when he's supposed to do it.
We got a close game here as we get back to the second quarter. And guys, what's your take on Toronto so far?
They've won the effort battle, and that's allowed them to control the backcourt.
And it's been gang rebounded. I mean, everybody has done a great job boxing out for him, and it's showing up on the stat sheet.
Dragic is joined in the backcourt by Wade. Josh McRoberts out there with Whiteside, and it's Winslow in at the 3, the small forward. That's the group in the game for the Heat. Now, here's Wade. He's coming off a 22-point game against the Nets in Brooklyn.
And don't forget about his playmaking in that game either. I mean, he did a great job of attacking the D and creating opportunities for both himself and his teammates.
No good from Ross.
And one thing we know about Justice Winslow, he is great on the big stage. He was amazing in the tournament for Duke a season ago. Got better and better as he helped his school capture the national championship.
Now here's Wade. 6 on the shot clock. In the corner, it's McRoberts. Shoots from 14. And Dragic with the basket on the assist by Whiteside. And the Heat lead by 1.
Boy, they are passing the ball very crisply right now.
They really are, and their last 3 buckets have come by way of an assist.
At Winslow, it's all about improvement and being great on the big stage. I think he can do that. Greg, you talked about what he did in the national championship run. Clark, he was a fantastic foundation to begin with.
Yeah, you know what? He's not got many holes in his game. Solid at the defensive end, can score a lot of ways, puts his hands on winning at both ends of the floor.
Wade can't hit.
Hey, they got the shot they wanted off of that pick, but it just doesn't fall.
Yeah, it didn't go down, but you'll take that shot every single time, Greg. That's good offense.
Now, here's Lowry. He's coming off a 13-point game against Charlotte.
And defensively, guys, he was just all over the place, forcing turnovers and applying terrific ball pressure.
Here's Dragic. And here in the second quarter of action with a hair under 2.5 minutes played so far. Outside a screen. This one for 3. Nogueira pulls it in. The Raptors have gone 1 of 3 to start out the second quarter. Right dishes to Lowry. pass to Johnson. They need this one. And it's Miami with the rebound. Whiteside's got 3 rebounds so far in the game. And it's Wade penetrating. Whiteside is screwed on Lowry. Made outside. Pulls it up. And it comes off the front of the rim.
The defense better not make a habit of giving him that shot. I mean, he doesn't miss many of them.
Nogueira gives a screen for Lowry. Wright sets a screen. Lowry kicks to Johnson. And Lowry gets it to go. Lowry's got his first basket.
Well executed possession. They controlled the shot. Nicely done.
And for Kyle Lowry, a guy who just has an unbelievable nose for the basketball, the triple-double comes naturally to him now. Top 10 in the league the past 2 seasons. In his short time with the Raptors, he's already their career leader in that category.
Well, some great passes have come into the league this season. Let's see which rookies are tops in assists. And you look at Wright, top 5 in the NBA, and his teammates love him.
A number of gifted passers entering the NBA this season, and he's right up there among the very best. I like what I've seen from him as a distributor.
Yeah, I do too. I mean, he's always looking for the open man, Greg. Eyes seem to be all over in the back of his head as well. His arrow is definitely pointing up as a playmaker.
Chris Bosh is checked in for Miami. Thomas comes in for Winslow. Getting back to Kyle Lowry, the reason he's always a triple-double threat, Clark, because of his great work on the glass for a guard. Tough, strong, relentless, and committed to getting rebounds.
He's got the attitude of a power forward, even though he is a point guard.
Good
That's
point,
why he's one of the best rebounding guards in the league. It's his mentality.
That is good. Now it's a 3-point Raptor lead.
Yeah, I love the communication and the chemistry between those teammates.
And it's in by Whiteside.
That's how to orchestrate for your teammate. Terrific pass.
The Raptors have gone 50% from the floor in the second quarter, 3 of 6. Right wing. Mar DeRozan on the wing. Now Lowry. He's been a factor in their offense on most nights with his scoring average at nearly 16 points a game. And the basket by Scola.
And the crisp passing has opened things up for them offensively.
10 straight points off assists. That's very impressive, and it also makes the game easy and fun to watch.
Now here's Bosh. He had a 15-point outing in their last game against the Nets in Brooklyn. Back to Dragic. This one for 3. Basket is good. The assist from Bosh. And that's now 7 points for Goran Dragic.
Yeah, perfect release that time. I mean, I thought it might get blocked, but no.
Yeah, he was giving up a lot of size in that particular matchup, but showed the excellent ability to get off that shot despite the disadvantage in size.
Scola drives in. And here's Dragic. He picked up 15 points in their last win against Brooklyn.
And equally as impressive, the playmaking. Just sensational. The way he was sitting on the court and making the game easy for his teammates. And if you're the guy who has to guard him, it is never going to be an easy night for you.
Screen by Valanciunas. And DeRozan. Here we go. And DeRozan's got the game tied up here for the Raptors. He'd have gotten just over 50% of their shots to drop here in the second quarter. They're 5 for 9. Whiteside, a screen on Carroll. Here's Thomas. And that one's good by Bosh. Bosh has got 13.
No doubt about the consistency when it comes to scoring the basketball for him tonight. A real nice lift for their offense.
Give it up for your Heat Nation.
Doris Burke has an update from the sidelines.
Yes, Kevin, Dwayne Casey was just going over the plan with his team. Scola was the focus of the discussion, and he wants their offense to run through him. Coach has a lot of faith in him offensively and let his players know it, insisting that he be at the forefront of what they do at that end of the court from here on out. Maybe making those early adjustments will give them time to judge their effectiveness by halftime. We'll soon find out, Kevin.
Thanks a lot, Doris. Now, here's DeRozan. 20 points for him last game against the Hornets in Charlotte.
Yeah, and he also did a great job on the backboards, Kev. And that also was a factor.
Here's Dragic. Johnson outside. DeRozan against Thomas. Bang for three. That's in there. Thomas with the assist. Teng's got the lead up to 5 now for Miami.
How can you forget about him? I mean, he's not going to miss that open of a look.
If LeBron gone, the Heat had to overhaul some things they do on offense, no doubt about it. Still, Clark, they kept some of the principles there that had been part of the LeBron years.
Yeah, exactly. And one of those principles, a big one, was the idea of spacing in their half-court sets. They still were able to open up for a lot of easy threes.
Here's Lowry. The Heat getting the bucket. Valanciunas with a screen on Dragic, and it's Lowry penetrating. And nothing is falling for him right now. Miami leading by 7. Outside Thomas. A floater. Can't get it to go. Now Toronto takes it the other way. They host the Kings after this game. That'll be the first of 2 straight at home.
Well, some really terrific numbers for DeRozan. He's got 14 points. He's done a little bit of work behind the arc. He's got a pair of 3-pointers.
And you know what? The defenders have that in the back of their minds now. They'll be on him a little tighter.
And let's get your take, guys, on the scoring breakdown for the Heat.
Fellas, they're passing the ball the way you're supposed to here in this first half.
Take a break.
They've also gotten into a nice rhythm from the 3-point line early on tonight.
And he makes the first. Thing about DeMar DeRozan, he came into the league fairly unpolished, struggled to handle the ball, created then his own shot, and but sometimes he would create for others too. Yeah. But he's settled down. You can see the growth.
Yeah, and that's the one thing. You could see the physical talent was there in terms of him playing the two. The question was, could he make the commitment mentally to become a great player? Well, from what he's done the last few years, I would have to say he's definitely been able to do that.
And, you know, getting back to DeRozan, he's put a spit shine on his offense. Over the past 2 seasons, averaged over 20 points a game, was also good for 3 or 4 assists, showing everybody how work ethic can overcome unrefined skills.
Here's Thomas, and it's Miami with another.
And that's definitely a shot that he has in his arsenal.
Raptors trail by 7. Lowry passes to DeRozan. He kicks to Valanciunas. Good ball movement here by the Raptors. Lets it go with the 3. And the shot is good. 19 points for DeMar DeRozan.
You know, for DeMar DeRozan, scary to think that he's still scratching the surface of his potential. Made his first All-Star appearance in 2014. Was a little dinged up last year, but still very effective. No doubt he's the real deal.
Thomas dishes to Bosh. Johnson kicks to Thomas. Top of the key. That one off the back iron and out.
Frozen. Guys just ice cold, unable to contribute offensively. And let's take a look here at some numbers for Luis Scola. He's one of the standouts over the last month. He's around 10 points per game, 9 rebounds, and 2 assists. And some pretty good numbers, guys. He's certainly making a contribution.
Better than expected. He still has a ways to go, but I like what I'm seeing right now.
Okay, gentlemen, 2 shots. 2 shots.
That's good from DeMar DeRozan.
Yeah, and Toronto had a strong season against the East last year. They would end up with 33 wins against their own conference and earn that 4 seed in the East.
Gerald Green, he's checked in for the Heat. And then for Toronto, Biombo, he's checked in for Jonas Valanciunas. Patterson comes in for Luis Scola. And Corey Joseph subbed in for Kyle Lowry. And the Raptors did play the other East teams well, went 500 against the rest of the Eastern Conference playoff teams, too.
And despite that, we know the Raptors had a disappointing playoff run to end the year, but I thought they still showed that they are a power in the East by having another strong season against the conference.
Now, here's Thomas. A 23-point game for him in the win against Brooklyn.
Yeah, but he set up shop at the free throw line. I mean, he just could not be defended out on the floor. I mean, even from over here, you can see that one pretty clearly.
No question about it, Greg. I mean, a ton of contact and a good call by the officials.
The Heat shooting their 4th and 5th shots at the foul line in the game.
And 75% on the season as a unit from the free throw line.
And he makes the first. Reno Udrih, he's checked in for Miami. And both free throws good for Thomas. Toronto was a strong team on the road last season, Clark. A big part of why they came away with 49 wins on the season.
And 22 of those 49 wins were on the road. As a group, they managed to keep things close on the road. And because of that competitiveness, they were over 500 there as well. I'm not sure who was supposed to pick him up, but somebody's going to get an earful from the coach for leaving him that wide open.
And he jams it with authority.
He is an automatic finisher when he gets into that area.
You know, he picks the simple one-handed stuff to get the 2 points.
Yeah, and in a close game, though, guys, those can be really important points.
Toronto with the ball, following the score by Miami. And Joseph kicks to DeRozan. And the Raptors hit again from deep.
And as you said, the Raptors kept things close on the road. In the NBA, they had one of the better point differential in terms of victories on the road last season.
Here's Udrih. He's had some playing time, but no scoring yet from him. They set the screen. The Heat rebound. Anderson. And that is good. Anderson's got his first bucket of the night.
And since the first quarter, we've seen them ease off on that long-range affair. And frankly, that's probably a good idea.
I know there's some teams out there that would prefer to just shoot their way out of a slump, but, you know, getting a few to drop from in close or inside the arc is often a good way to get your whole offense going. And you mentioned this, I mean, with the Raptors. Only Golden State, Atlanta, and the Clippers had a better road margin of victory than them. This goes to show you how tough the Raptors were on the road last season.
Now here's Dang. He's averaging a bit over 5 points a game. Thomas passes to Dang. And the wide open shot from Green. Those 3-pointers off the mark. Toronto's gone 3 of 5 beyond the arc since the start of the second quarter. And Joseph kicks to Patterson. A dish now to Biombo. Joseph with the ball. Working on Green. Here's Biombo.
Oh, the officials are all over that.
This is clearly a foul. I mean, didn't give him any choice but to blow the whistle. I mean, you got to play without fouling.
The Raptors shooting their 7th and 8th attempts at the foul line tonight.
At the line for 2.
Shooting 2. Shooting 2.
And that drops, so they now lead by 1. The Raptors making a switch here. So he picks up just 1 from the line that time.
They'll probably let the clock wind down here.
Right on. I mean, no need to give the ball back before the end of the quarter in this situation.
On the wing, Green. And it's out of bounds. The Raptors will take it the other way. Just 4 seconds left to play here in the second quarter. And the first half comes to a conclusion in a game that has been very close so far. It's the Raptors. They're up by 1. And now we'll send it down to Doris Burke, who's standing by courtside.
Thank you, Kevin. I'm here with Coach Spoelstra. And, Coach, how do you rate the team's defensive performance to this point?
We're playing our normal defense, which is to be aggressive, disruptive. And for the most part, we've been able to cover ground in some of the fouls in the basket.
Coach, thanks for the time. Gentlemen, back to you.
Thank you so much, Doris. Great interview as always. Don't go anywhere, folks. We'll be back with the second half of basketball shortly.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
And an exhilarating first half, to be sure. Welcome back. I'm Ernie Johnson alongside Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. We'll be breaking down all the action for you. DeMar DeRozan putting in some serious work for the team tonight. He ended up with 26 points, 5 assists, and 1 rebound. And taking a look at the Raptors, Kenny, what did you see out there?
Well, they didn't let this hostile crowd bother them at all. In fact, they seem to feed off of that hostility. Plus, sometimes when you're away from home, those distractions, your family, your friends, your fans, you can concentrate better. Okay, wait, did I just say my family, friends, and fans are distractions? Okay, let's go to the next thing. Let's go.
And Shaq, your thoughts on the Heat?
See, Ernie, this is what I'm talking about. You know, I was the king of this. See, you got to pound that ball in the paint, and they were doing that. I like to see more of the same in the second half. Don't start shooting jumpers now.
And that'll do it for now as the second half of our game is about to get underway. Kevin Harlan has the call.
Give it up for your Heat Nation!
Welcome back, folks. Thank you for tuning in to the NBA on 2K Sports as we get set to get going once again. Hey, during the break, players getting a chance to refuel and hydrate with some Gatorade as there is more basketball in store. A fantastic game from DeMar DeRozan so far.
And really, all of a sudden, he's becoming their best distributor, doing a great job of orchestrating their offense.
Greg, typically that's not the role he usually plays, and I'm not sure how comfortable he is in it, but they've needed him to make some plays today, and he's been able to do it, to his credit.
Here's Carroll. So the Raptors 5 right now. The star pair of Lowry and DeRozan are the guards. Scola out there with Damari Carroll. And it's Valanciunas in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Now here's Carroll. Shot clock at 6. Thomas with the steal. And here we go. Thomas heading to the hoop. Hammers it down off the coast-to-coast sprint. Guys, what a back-and-forth game this has been.
You know what? You're right. Neither side has been able to hang on to the lead for any kind of time at all.
And that's already resulted in 7 lead changes.
Here is Lowry. Carroll dishes to Scola. 6 to shoot. Shoots from the right block. Rebound by the Heat.
Just some amazing stats put up by Chris Bosh early in his career. But having been in the shadow of LeBron and D-Wade over the past few seasons, one wonders if Bosh is now a little bit underrated. He's talented and gives you everything you want from the power forward spot.
Here is Lowry. After the made shot from Goran Dragic, Lowry kicks to DeRozan. Dishes it to Curry. No good on the triple. And he leading by 3. It's Dragic with the drive. Thomas, no luck.
Well, you know, they're in the lead, but he's still been frustrated from an offensive standpoint.
A good look from DeRozan. And the Raptors miss again.
And out of the gates here in this second half, they have not started well. 0 of 3.
No good from Wade.
Boy, I tell you what, guys, he's an extremely strong finisher. I'm surprised he wasn't able to power that through the defense.
Lowry with the ball. Now guarded by Dragic. To the middle. And stolen by Whiteside. Wade, right side. And he didn't get quite enough under that one. Raptors trail by 3. Lowry passes to DeRozan. Back to Lowry. Scola, a screen on Dragic. And it's Lowry penetrating. And Scola with the basket on the assist by Lowry. 8 points for Luis Scola.
Finally, they get one to drop. That's one of their first 4 here in the third.
And he gets it to go. 10 points for Wade.
That was the 3rd straight high percentage look this defense has allowed. I mean, these defenders have got to start bumping bodies in the paint. Be more physical. Be more aggressive.
The game's just far too easy right now when it comes to attacking the basket. They have got to do better.
And Hassan Whiteside of Miami had the breakout year of all breakout years. Clark, he blew up in the right way last season. Averaged a double-double over 48 games.
Yeah, and great to see for Whiteside because he did have some issues prior to the breakout year. And it's nice to see him find his stride and produce with that awesome talent he has.
Doris Burke has something for us right now. Doris?
Yes, Kevin. Dwayne Casey was just going over the plan with his team. Scola was the focus of the discussion, and he wants their offense to run through him. Coach is looking for him to take on a lot of responsibility when they've got the ball, to be a leader at the offensive end. He also wants them to concentrate on working as a team at the offensive end. Passing, patience, and teamwork. Those were the messages. Perhaps the rest of the second half will look different after those adjustments, Kevin.
And as always, Doris, thank you.
This is turning into a slow start here in the second half. Seems like they left that offense in the locker room. And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Yeah, and that's 4 straight field goals now, Greg, they've allowed from point-blank range. Can't happen.
Now, here's Valanciunas. He's got 5. Back to Lowry. Pocket 6. Raptors need to get a shot. Outside Carroll. Chris Bosh with the rebound. Bosh has got 5 rebounds tonight. Dragic dishes the bucket. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2.
What a great game for Bosh in this one. He's got 13 points and 2 rejections. It's been a really complete performance for him today.
And Clark, he's made a huge impact at both ends of the floor.
Shooting 2. Shooting 2.
And that one falls for Bosh. Both free throws good from Bosh. Second half here. We're just over 3.5 minutes into it. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've had a number of empty ones, a long time without a basket.
They got to find something, you're right. Lowry kicks to Scola. Takes the 13-footer. And again, Toronto no up. And here are the Heat. They're on a 10-2 run here. Outside Thomas. Shoots it. And again, it's the Heat missing.
It's not winning basketball when you're attempting shots like that.
Yeah, come on now. You got to remember it's a team game. He's got 4 teammates out there with him. I don't think he needs to try to do it all by himself like that.
Scola at the elbow. And good on the basket. Book it. Scola's got 10 points in the game. The Heat leading by 5.
Give it up for your Heat dancers.
Over the last month, let's see how the Toronto Raptors fared in the NBA ranking. 10th in scoring, 10th in blocks, and they're in the top half of the league in team rebounding as well. They've got some glass eaters on that squad.
Yeah, and you talk about their points per game. Definitely not elite, but in the upper echelon. And when you play good defense, sometimes that's enough. The fans love the top scoring teams, but really it's all about balance.
Now, here's Wade. 10 points for him. It's good, and it's his 6th make against 11 attempts.
He's got some serious momentum going right now. He's been great all day. Even last game, he was on fire.
Lowry passes to Scola. Fires from 14. And it's Whiteside with the rebound. Whiteside's got 7 rebounds in the game. Well, you look back at the 2015 Heat, and the injuries are what probably brought that team down. We go from Chris Bosh with the debilitating blood clot on his lung and on and on and on. The loss, of course, which was not an injury of LeBron James. There are a lot of moving parts with that team.
And that's a great point, Kevin. If you take any star off the teams, things are going to get difficult. It was impressive that the Heat still managed to stay competitive once Bosh went out. And the double clutch layup in that situation, that's just him playing to the crowd, guys.
You know, Bosh was the big injury hit for the Heat, but they had a lot of other injuries as well. I mean, had to use 31 different starting lineups last season, and 20 different players started at least one game.
One shot. One shot.
Good, Lowry.
And injuries are something that you can't plan for, but you can prepare for them. And hopefully the Heat can avoid injury woes this season. If they can, they at least have players who have been through that struggle last year.
Feeds it to DeRozan. Pass to Kerr from deep. And it's Miami with the rebound. Wade's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. And Bosh now top of the key. Bosh can't get that one to fall.
I didn't see that miss coming. I mean, he's usually been money from that range.
Screen by Valanciunas. Lowry kicks to Scola. Ring shot on the way. Bosh grabs the miss.
It's been a real difficult game for him offensively, and it's costly.
Wade against Carroll. Steps back and shoots. Here's Whiteside. And he battles for the ball and gets the second chance bucket. Whiteside's got 4 points in the quarter.
Just not enough bodies on the glass right there, and they paid for it.
Well, Greg, I know you're a little guy, but you know what it means to box out, and it's an effort thing and a mindset deal. You got to get your body between that other player and the ball.
Now here's Scola. He's got 10. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Shot is good, and the Heat's lead is cut down now to just 6 points with that basket from Lowry. The Heat have gotten half their shots to drop in the second half up to this point, going 7 of 14. Lowry against Dragic. He feeds it to Whiteside. And he throws it down hard with one hand.
Maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that.
And we know he's capable of those memorable dunks.
Yeah, and when he's got a lead like that, why not take a few chances? A lot more engaging and entertaining than just doing the old ho-hum one-hander.
Valanciunas sets a screen for Lowry. Back to Scola from 15 feet away. And a big bounce off the rim, but it sinks right in. Scola's got 12. The Heat leading by 6. Bosh, the screen. Bosh hits the pick for Thomas. Shoots from 12. And the foul on Jonas Valanciunas. That's foul number 2 for him. And the Heat with some changes. Josh McRoberts comes in for Chris Bosh. And Winslow subbed in for Thomas. Dragic against Wright. Wade outside. The feed now to Whiteside. Wright against Dragic. And the shot is good. Dragic has got 11 points.
I mean, already hot coming into the game. Is it fair to say he's hotter?
And Wright kicks to Ross. Patterson is screen on Wade. Pass to Patterson. Jacks up a 3. Can't get it to go. Well, he go the other way with it. Wade gets the Dragic. He dishes it to McRoberts. Off target there. That would have pushed the lead to double digits. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, I mean, a cold stretch offensively. They desperately need a basket.
Back to Johnson. Just 5 to shoot. And Wright kicks to Nogueira. He got an advantage there off the pick and took it right in.
That's the kind of aggressive and assertive play they need as we get closer and closer to crunch time.
You're right, Clark. Just continue to pound it in the paint and get those easy points inside.
Now here's Dragic. He's got 11. Wade. Ross grabs the board.
Boy, last season Hassan Whiteside made a huge splash in the NBA. Big blocks, big rebound totals. But he had some head-scratching moments as well. Missed his share of action due to suspensions.
Now here's Wright, following the miss by Hassan Whiteside. Wright against Dragic, fires from the wing. Raptors get it back. Ross, that's good.
He got a great read of where that miss was going, and that allowed him to be the first guy to it and get the putback.
Ross against Wade. Kicks it to Whiteside. That's to Dragic. Whiteside, a screen on Wright. Wright's on the screen. Here's Dragic. Easy layup after coming off the pick. Dragic has got 13. And gee, as you said with Whiteside, his fiery attitude flared up a few times last season, and it hurt his team more than once in Miami.
No doubt. It's something that he has got to work on. I mean, he's proven that he can be a big-time player in this league, but he can't have the mental lapses that get him tossed from games and hurt his team.
Here's Wade after Toronto picking up the basket just moments ago. 54 seconds left to play in the third. Right side a screen to the wing on the left. Nick Roberts' shot is good. And the Heat lead by 6.
Perfect screen there. Set him up with a terrific look.
Yeah, I like the fact that the setup was good, the screen was solid, but you also have to look at the fact the defender didn't do his job as well as he could have.
Here's Ross, and it's Wade with the rebound. Wade's got 5 rebounds tonight. Pulls up. Winslow dishes to Wade. Now here's Wright. 5 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Patterson setting the pick for Wright. Patterson a screen on Dragic. Here's Wright, and the layup's good off the glass. Wright's got his second basket of the game.
The screenplay worked ideally there, and I'm not talking about the screenplay you see in a movie theater. Gave him more than enough room to get that shot off.
The third quarter comes to a close. Heat lead by 4. Don't go anywhere. The final quarter is coming up next on 2K Sports. Set to start the action up here in the fourth quarter, and if it's anything like the first 3, we should be in for a treat. The Heat leading by 4. They've got Thomas. Johnson is out there with Udrich. Then it's Dang, and it's Bosch in at the 5 down low. That's the group in the game for the Heat. Here's Udrich. Shoots off the screen. No good. In and out off the rim. Right side, DeRozan. Wide open look. The offensive rebound. And that one's good. And that's now 7 points now for Valanciunas.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
And when you make 5 in a row in close like that, it also takes pressure off your perimeter guys, too.
Johnson, wide open. He fires. Dang with the bucket. And the Heat lead by 4.
They have got to put a body on it, because otherwise, with his agility and athleticism...
Out to DeRozan. The fader. Bounces high off the rim and drops. DeRozan's got 28 points for the game.
You know what? Didn't find a very good shot on that possession, but still able to get 2 points.
Thomas against Carroll. Outside Thomas. Inside. It's stolen by Valanciunas. We're just over a minute and a half now into the fourth. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2.
And the Raptors have been talking about changing things up in the logo department for a while. Finally, we get a chance to see the new logo this season.
What do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for Miami?
And I like how they've taken the high percentage shot in the paint. In that first half, we saw them doing it, and they've continued to succeed as the game has worn on.
Something that also stands out tonight is the number of assists they have. I mean, that's a mark of a good club.
No good on that one. As you said, the Raptors with the new logo this year, Greg. Good-looking change, too, I think, Clark.
Yeah, I think it's subtle enough to not lose the continuity, but still feel fresh and new. I like that. That's a nice job of balancing the old with freshening up for the new.
Anderson, he's checked in for Udrich. Good on the second free throw. Just about 1.5 minutes gone by here in the fourth. Johnson kicks to Bosch. Johnson the screen. Bosch with it. Now Valanciunas defending. Thomas gets the bucket.
Great pass by Bosch.
Here's Lowry. The pass to DeRozan. Tries it from 19. Rebound by the Heat. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. They'll be playing host to Portland for their next game. And that's game 2 of this string of 4 games played at home. And Thomas, here we go. Here's Dang. Rebounded by Valanciunas. Valanciunas has got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Up top to Rosen. He's covered by Dang. To the right side. A shot by Lowry. Wide open. And he hits it to tie the game up.
The defenders need to recognize and be alert to staying on him as we get into crunch time.
Johnson outside. Clock at 6. Anderson passes to Thomas. Oh, and there's the alley-oop. Anderson's shot is off.
Oh, boy, that would have been a nice alley-oop.
Boy, really liked the thought on that play, but didn't quite get it executed. Almost made a spectacular play.
Now here's Dang, following the miss by DeRozan. Thomas with the ball. Lowry picks him up. Lowry against Thomas. He kicks it to Bosh. Johnson from outside. Carroll with the rebound. The Raptors have gone 3 of 6 from the field so far in the 4th quarter. The dish to Lowry. To take the lead, and the officials whistle a foul on the shot. The bucket's good. He'll go to the line. And Miami making a change here. Green's checked in. And a closer look here at the scoring breakdown for Toronto.
Fantastic passing. We saw it in the first half, and it's carried over here in the second.
They've also jumped on any opportunity they've had to attack the basket tonight. I mean, excellent penetration.
Now, here's Thomas. Dishes the bucket. And fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot 2. It's on Jonas Valanciunas. No good on the free throw.
And the Miami Heat have finished in the top 2 spots or better in each of the years the big 3 were in town. Last season that changed as they would end up 10th in that Eastern Conference.
The Heat making a switch here. Whiteside's checked in. And he's good on the second. And for the Heat, once the bullies of the Eastern Conference, they had a lot of trouble keeping up with other Eastern Conference teams.
Kevin, they finished 25 and 27 against the rest of the conference. Played under 500 against the East at home, which really negated their chances for the playoffs.
Valanciunas, and it's Miami with the rebound. Bosh has got 8 rebounds in this game. Knocked loose. It's stolen by DeRozan. Lowry with the ball. Feeds it to Valanciunas. 5 to shoot. Carroll, no one around him. Nails the wide open jump shot. And the Raptors lead by 4.
Boy, they've gone on this run, and ball movement has been a big key.
It really has, Clark. The defense unable to react as quickly as necessary in terms of dealing with their passing. Big time bucket there, and you can expect to see him stay very involved the rest of the way.
To the paint. Miami grabs the miss. Bosh has got rebound number 9 now. What an effort here tonight. And Green gets it to go. Boy, right down to the wire here, Clark. Still anyone's ball game.
Both teams really invested now. I mean, this is the type of game you love to win, and you'd hate to lose it.
Yeah, and after all the energy both sides have expended, both teams still hungry.
16 feet away. No one, no luck. Miami's gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the 4th quarter. And it's out of bounds. They say last touch by Dang.
No clue where that pass was going. That is a brutal turnover.
Goran Dragic is checked in for Luol Deng. Toronto trailing. Screen by Scola. Lowry against Dragic. Outside Lowry. 4 on the clock. From deep three-point range. Dragic with some nice D. For Miami, they've gotten just under 45% of their attempts to drop in the fourth. 4 of 9. Thomas dishes the box. Down low, Green. And he caught that pass in full stride on his way to the big slam.
Rising high to throw that one down.
Sky high. Fantastic one-hand jam.
Nice way there, guys, to finish up that possession.
Now, here's Lowry. To the middle. And stolen by Whiteside. Carroll against Dragic. Pass to Bosh. Whiteside, a screen on Lowry. Bosh hits the pick for Thomas. Back to Bosh. Takes it up with both hands and rips it down.
And nobody, guys, among the defenders stepping up to challenge him on that drive to the 10.
And Greg, he says, thank you very much, and sails in for the flush.
And those are the kind of sequences that tell you why the score is what it is.
No good from Dragic. Raptors trail by 5. And Valanciunas gets to DeRozan. Lowry from outside. It balls through, making him 6 for 11 in the game.
A tough first half, but it's been a different story here since the break.
Rockets the pass to Bosh. He feeds it to Thomas. Good, it's Bosh picking up the assist. Bosh has got 4 assists in the game.
Well, they were sleeping on defense. The defense really didn't do its job. I mean, a little slow to react to the ball getting into the paint. That's costly.
And at this stage of a tight game, the tired legs really start to show. A defense becomes vulnerable if you can continue to pound it inside.
Well, the one word you can use to describe the Raptors postseason last year, disaster. I mean, Greg, nothing went right for them.
Yeah, I mean, after that great regular season, they were completely just manhandled by the Wizards, swept out of the first round in 4 straight.
To check in with Doris Burke. Doris?
During that break, Dwayne Casey had some words for his team. He told the squad, now is the time when we turn it on and leave them in the rear view mirror. It won't be easy, but guys, I know we can put them away. Let's see if they can deliver, Kevin.
Dwayne Wade's checked in for the Heat.
Well, I tell you, the Raptors really were befuddled with how that series went. I mean, they just never got things going and became the first team to get swept with home court advantage in the playoffs since 2011.
Now Wade following the miss by Kyle Lowry from deep. Wade kicks to Thomas. Bosh the screen. Bosh a screen on Carroll. 6 on the shot clock. Deflects the pass. It's stolen by Valanciunas. Rosen dishes to Lowry. To the left wing. And the foul on Dwayne Wade. That's his first foul.
And guys, you look at the Raptors last season and how they stumbled at times. You could see that they would have trouble in the postseason with the way they were constructed. I don't think anybody saw a sweep coming, but that's where it ended up being.
DeRozan against Wade. Shot clock at 5. Scola, a screen on Bosh. Here's the 3. Offensive rebound. And here are the Heat now. They're on an 11-3 run. Right side, Thomas. And that one's good. Now it's a 6-point Heat lead.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
Yeah, they have really owned the interior. You've got to collapse that defense and force them to beat you over the top.
Now here is Lowry. Here's Scola. And he gets that one to go off the front iron.
And you're starting to see some tired legs on those defenders as we come down the stretch here, Clark.
Well, Heat leading by 4. Outside Dragic. Bosch is screen on Lowry. And it's blocked by DeRozan. Dragic against Lowry. The feet of Valanciunas. Toronto working the ball around now. A shot by Lowry, no good. The Heat have got a pretty good rhythm going offensively, shooting 8 of 15 for the quarter. Gets the pass to Wade. And it's off the back rim, no good.
And since halftime, he has just been ice cold. Just can't seem to get anything to go his way.
Outside Lowry. Back to DeRozan. That ball's nice feet that time from Kyle Lowry. Lowry's got his 6th assist on the night. Kicks to Thomas. Up top, Dragic to the middle. He is stolen by Garrett. Pass to Valanciunas. Lowry with the ball. Now guarded by Dragic. To tie it up. A shot by Lowry. No good. The Heat with the lead. Wade outside. Double team on Wade. Outside Bosch. From outside the arc. It's good from beyond the arc.
Just look at what a sniper he is from long range. He's got such an unusual skill for a big fella.
Give it up for your Heat Dancers.
By Scola. Lowry dishes to Scola. Tries from 10. The shot is off. And it's Miami the other way. Upside Thomas. And it's Wade in the corner. We've got 33 seconds left to play here in the fourth.
And he has slipped into a funk, Clark. You can see the confidence is shaking.
Yeah, it really is. I mean, he's very much deflated. The basket looks a lot smaller to him at this point, and the only way you can get out of it is to work yourself out of it.
And so they foul intentionally. He hits the first one, and that increases their lead to 6. So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 7-point game.
Good work at the line to stretch that lead out a little bit.
Okay, Miami, now coming up the overheating dancers, Liberia.
There's 18 seconds left in the game. And again, no good by Toronto. Here's Udrich, guarded by Wright. Now Udrich. And so it's Miami winning this one. Probably a little closer than they would have liked it, but a win nonetheless.
Yeah, and it appeared to me as though the fans gave them the emotional boost they needed down the stretch, Kevin. This crowd was not going to let this one slip away.
And now let's catch up with Doris Burke, who's standing by on the sideline. Doris?
Chris, tell us a little bit about the philosophy behind your game and how this team works so well together.
I mean, it's just energy and belief. It's the belief system. You know, we all work hard. Working really hard, and you know, when I go out there and just play and don't think about it and play with energy, you know, good things happen.
Chris, congratulations. Kevin, over to you.
All right, Doris, thank you. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, and Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan, along with our entire 2K Sports crew, thanking you for tuning in. Now we send you to the award-winning Ernie Johnson, who's standing by in our studio.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Ernie Johnson here again with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny Smith. Without further ado, let's present to you our Jordan Player of the Game, Chris Bosh. Just a monster first quarter of the game. He came out hot and just never cooled down. That boost he gave his team early on, a huge factor.
Chris Bosh came to play tonight, guys, and that's a frightening prospect for an opposing team, because when you got a big who can score from anywhere like Bosh can, it doesn't take much to get him on a serious roll. Makes it easy to see why he's an all-star over and over again, year in and year out.
He had a sensational night shooting the ball. Over 60% reminds me of myself. If you're shooting over 60%, you're playing smart, you're being aggressive, and you're creating opportunities. What a spectacular performance.
And that wraps things up, folks. Thanks for joining us. For Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith, Kevin Harlan, and the rest of the 2K Sports crew, I'm Ernie Johnson. Good night, everybody.